Today we're gonna add the petals to our drawings.
Hello, my talented artists.
Forget to subscribe. Here to inspire you are some former Laytonsville students working on their Zinnia drawings. And here's one more finished painting. Before you begin drawing the petals, I want you to really look at the petals you're drawing. You're observing the shape. In these two flowers, you can see that the petal shapes are very different. The pink petals look kind of squared off at the top. They almost look a little rectangular. And these orange petals look a little rounded, and they're very narrow when they get to the center. The art word that I want you to know today, besides observing, is overlapping. When we overlap, we create the illusion of depth. So if this Post-it pad is on top of my drawing paper, that's an overlap. The Post-it pad is overlapping my drawing. This Post-it paper is closer to you than my drawing paper. And we see that it's closer because it overlaps. So I'm going to look carefully, and I am seeing a shape. You see this empty space in between the petal? So it starts narrow, gets wider. So it's a curving line. My center is so big that my petals go right off the paper. Now these two petals right there, they don't overlap. So when I draw them, I could start here. I see that they're almost touching, but not overlapping. And I see two petals, one overlapping another petal right there. So look carefully for where the petals are overlapping. Just a little bit I can see. So this is a really good reason to sketch lightly so that you can erase. Looking at the orange flower, and I'm drawing the petals. Now I see that this petal, I think it's a little curvier, so I'm going to curve it over, and that overlaps. Now I highly recommend you even sketch lighter than me, but I want to make sure you can see. This is a petal, but the petal next to it overlaps it. So I'm going to stop that petal there, and I'm going to begin to draw the next petal because it goes on top of that petal. And actually, the next one is even closer. It goes on top of that. Now, once I draw that line, I can finish this petal. I'm looking carefully. Okay, now I am over here, and it looks like this petal overlaps both petals next to it. I'm going to draw the top of this petal. Most of my petals go right off the page. Yours may go off the page, or they may not. It's a little round, but it has kind of a little point at the top, and from what I can see, there's sort of a triangle space in between these two, and it does get overlapped. And this one I'm working on overlaps the one on one side and on the other side. Your perspective is going to be a little different than mine. I'm looking more straight on like that, and you can see those shapes that are in between the petals. They have a special name. It's called negative space. Negative space is where the drawing isn't, but those shapes are important too. This petal is on top of this one, but there's a little space of negative and little negative shape in between those two petals. I'm going to draw all the petals all around my flower, but I'm looking carefully to see where they overlap. The goals for today are observe your petals, sketch lightly so you can erase, and I want you to draw the petals that you're seeing that overlap. I am going to be looking to make sure that some of your petals overlap each other. So here is my sketch of my flower. I feel like I don't even have room to show you how to do this type of flower where the petals go back and back and back. There's just layers and layers and layers of petals. If you are drawing this type of flower with lots of petals, I will come and sit with you and we can work on that, how to do that. But I bet some of you can figure it out yourselves because you're such good problem solvers. Once you have sketched the petals in pencil the way you like, you're going to take a Sharpie again and you're going to draw on top of your pencil lines, slow and low. That is the tempo. If you wanna be neat, you gotta go slow. Slow and low, that is the tempo. If you wanna be neat, you gotta go slow. Help me go slow by singing, guys. Slow and low, that is the tempo. If you wanna be neat, you gotta go slow. Slow and low, that is the tempo. If you wanna be neat, you gotta go slow. Slow and low, that is the tempo. If you wanna be neat, you gotta go slow. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest in a snap. Ta-da! Next week, we're gonna add color. Get this done today.